Here is your weekly rate update. This could be a really big week for interest rates, either good or bad, possibly. It's leaning more towards bad. But the US and China are set to have further trade talks today, and any news of progress on the deal will likely be really good for stocks and not so good for mortgage bonds. But if the talks fall apart, then that can be good for mortgage bonds. Also, the CPI and PPI inflation reports are coming out this week, Wednesday and Thursday. The previous CPI was pretty tame, but this week's report for May could have some upside surprises due to the tariffs. The CPI is expected to show headline inflation come in between 0.1 and 0.2%, and based on the estimates, the year-over-year inflation should rise from 2.3 to either 2.4 or 2.5 is what they're thinking, depending on the reading. The critical core reading is expected to be between 0.2 to 0.3% of the month, and then the year-over-year is expected to remain at 2.8 or even rise to 2.9. Basically, the bottom line is that the risks are greater that the CPI report is going to go in the wrong direction and maybe even higher than the estimates, depending on what the tariff impacts are. So this could make it a really tough week for mortgage bonds and therefore interest rates. So here are the reports coming out this week. On Wednesday, we have mortgage applications, the CPI, and the 10-year bond auction. And on Thursday, we have the PPI, initial jobless claims, and the 30-year bond auction, and Friday we have the UOM consumer sentiment. So I'll keep you posted. Until next week, hope you have a great one.